for me, it's as big or bigger than Cooperstown. I mean, this statue will stand. My boys weren't born, and so it's a chance for all of us to be proud of it. And we're well represented. We've got the past, and now we've got the future, and that's. Now, see, I'm going to have a better look at it here. I was so close to it. 1972, folks. They still have the sideburns. And the Reds, I think the one goal in mind is to get back to 500.
Yeah.
And now I have a street named after me,
yeah,
George.
How about that? That surprised you. You didn't expect that.
I thought it was an alley. I really did. I thought it was going to be an alley.
In between, that would have been your spot, right?
I wouldn't have cared. That was so great, and it was nice of the mayor and the council to do that. Look at that. Look at that. That is it.
Great to have the guys back, though, from the Big Red Machine era. I mean, when you guys get together, it becomes just a storytelling fest.
I mean, and now George, who never said a word.
They can't shut him up.
Can't shut him up. We always give him trouble, and he doesn't do it. But, it is. It's like stepping back to another era, and you got Davey, and Cesar still looks the same, and Doug Flynn just had hip replacement, and he's absolutely wonderful.
Wow.
Look at that.
Strike him out, throw him out, double play.
Well, and it was probably, George, our toughest year, as you can imagine.
Yeah, exactly.
With Sparky gone, and Robin Roberts, Harmon Killebrew, Dick Williams, Duke Snyder. It was just a very, very sad year. But, it's a brotherhood. But it doesn't really matter when the guys like us get back together. It's just like, it's old home week. I mean, we got more stories to tell. It's like we never left each other. We never did anything. And it's a bond, And that was the way we played for the Reds. That's why when I see these guys and all the guys that I have a great friend named Tom Devlin from Wichita, and he gave $10,000 to the statue. I came down, brought him down. One of my dearest friends. I brought him on the field, and he stood there and listened to me talk to, Alonzo. He listened to me talk to Joey, and about hitting, and then he saw us together, and some of the players, and it was like he said, now I know, why you guys were so successful. You really were just like, you really genuinely liked each other, and you had the greatest respect for each other. And, it's like we see Doug Flynn down here. And Joe just said, we mentioned Doug Flynn, and Joe said, man, could he play second base? And he filled in every time Joe was hurt. Bill Plummer filled in when I was, down. It was just an amazing ball club, and that everybody fit the niche it was supposed to have. It's important to have a leadoff hitter. It's important to have an eighth place hitter. And they have to know that they're that position. And then you got to have guys that come off the bench and know that's their job, is to come off the benches.
I think the guys back in these days nowadays appreciate what players like you did back then. I mean, the most you made one year is less than the minimum salary today.
I think the total was a little over $2 million in my career.
Yeah.
Because I made $11,000 my first year. I was rookie of the year, made 20 as MVP, made 40 as MVP, and made 80. So, I mean, I'm for a kid from Oklahoma, is well paid and everything else. But money brings status, and they sort of I don't live at Isleworth, and I don't live in Palm Beach, and I don't have that. These guys have $3 to $5 million homes and stuff and everything else, and I'm looking for a condo. It's like the old story when I saved up all my money all my career, and when I retired I bought a 3-bedroom condo, and next year the rookie bought the complex. It was just so cool that it was just it's very, very special. But what's up people come to see, This is Mike Madden. Look at Helmsy. Look at Tommy Helms. I mean, everybody's doing it. It's 53,000 people, which is huge for me because it was the largest ever nighttime crowd, a weekday. And all of those people, look at it. I mean, it's just like they all came to see it. There's Tony Robello standing next to Bob Housman. He was the scout that signed me, and there's some trouble. See ya.
Ron drills this one. Forget it. Last night he hit 2 for his 30th. Here's his 31st of the year. This will clear the bases.
What did Sparky mean to you?
Well, he was my friend, first of all. He was a mentor, and more than that, he was a great manager. I mean, he proved that from the time that he walked in the door, because he had to prove it. I mean, he had the best players in the world, judging him, and that knew the game inside and out. I mean, there were, you name it, Pete, Joe, Tony, myself, there wasn't anybody that knew the game better and how to manage a game. And he made those decisions ahead of us. And when he did, you know, it was like it was a commitment that right away we understood that he knew exactly what he was doing. So fielder flies out. I'm out of here. I love you, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
JB.
Cincinnati. Thanks to the Castellinis. Thanks to everybody I played with. And boys, we will. There's nothing else left to do. What can I do?
You could sing the 7th inning stretch.
Holy cow, everybody. Take me out to the ball game. Well, we're in trouble.